Good morning. Grade 5. Today we are going to begin with the lesson Communicable Diseases. Uh, in the first part of the lesson, we have learned about what are communicable diseases and how are infectious diseases formed, and what are the microbes called and what are the germs called. The disease causing microbes are called as the germs. So these germs cannot be seen with our naked eye, but they can be seen under the microscope. So what are the microbes that cause diseases? Bacteria, viruses, protozoa. So some common types of bacteria are also shown, and you are asked to draw the pictures of the same. So what are the diseases caused by the bacteria? Tuberculosis, meningitis, typhoid, cholera, and plague. And the viruses cause diseases like common cold, polio, flu, chickenpox, and measles. The protozoans will cause the diseases like malaria, amoebic dysentery. So how do these communicable diseases spread? This also we have learned in the last part. Through direct contact, one person to person, through the air, through the infected food and water, and through the insect bites. So this week we are going to just start reading from the through insect bites. Insects such as mosquitoes, fleas, bugs, and sandflies spread communicable diseases through their bites. When these insects bite a sick person, they suck the blood containing germs of the disease. These germs are passed on to the healthy person when the insects bite that person. The common diseases spread by the insect bites are malaria, plague, dengue fever, sleeping sickness, yellow fever, etc. Malaria spreads through mosquitoes. Only a certain type of mosquito, that is a female Anopheles mosquito, is responsible for causing this disease. In 1994, a large number of persons in Maharashtra and Gujarat suffered from plague caused by the bites of rats and fleas. So if you can see this picture, when the boy is sleeping, he is not covering his body properly and he is not avoiding the mosquito bites. So what happened? Instead of covering his body, and taking care of the mosquitoes prevention, the mosquitoes have bitten the child. So this is how people will get diseases. So this is how they experience the diseases. So now through the carriers, sometimes diseases are caused by healthy persons carrying germs of some diseases such as typhoid, cholera, dysentery, and smallpox. The healthy persons may be carrying the germs of the diseases, but they do not suffer from these diseases. They are called the carriers. These persons transfer the germs of the disease to another person who come in contact. So through carriers, also we are experiencing nowadays in the pandemic time, they say that some of us will be the carriers and some of us may not be having the disease, but we become the carriers of this disease. So we should be very careful when we go to the elders or the children. So now since we have learnt about the diseases, how they spread, what are the preventive measures of these diseases, that also we have to read. So open to page 132 to read about the prevention of the communicable diseases. The spreading of communicable diseases can be checked by the following measures. Preventing the breeding and multiplication of the germs. This is the first thing. Preventing means you stop the growth of the malaria, you stop the growth of the houseflies, you stop the growth of the rats and the fleas, and keep the environment clean so that there is no disease causing the health spoiling. So to control preventing the breeding of the multiplication of the germs, to control the spreading of the diseases, we should make efforts to prevent the breeding of the disease causing germs. This can be done as follows. So many measures are there. How we can do, that is given in the textbook now. Houses should be airy and open to sunlight. Most germs die when exposed to air and sunlight. So if you keep anything in the sunlight, what happens? The disease causing germs will die and they will not multiply in numbers. Rooms should have wire netting to prevent the entry of the flies and mosquitoes. So wherever we sleep, we should have the wire netting surrounding our bed or surrounding the windows. Sometimes mosquitoes and other fleas come through the windows also. So nowadays we have the window mosquito nets also placed. So these nets will prevent the entry of the flies and mosquitoes. Bedding and clothing should be placed in sunlight from time to time. So where whatever beds we are using, whatever clothing we are using near the beds, that has to be exposed to the sun. Water should not be allowed to collect in or near the house. So in and around the house, if you find the puddles of water after the rainy season or for some other reason, drainage leakage or something like that, what will happen? That stagnant water will be there, and the mosquitoes will lay eggs in that, and the houseflies will lay eggs in that, the fleas will lay eggs in that. So the water reserve should not be there near the house. Toilets and bathrooms should be cleaned and disinfected daily. So every day using washrooms, the toilets, they have to be constantly washed very neatly. Drink clean and safe water. Impure water should be boiled for about 10 to 20 minutes and then stored in clean and covered containers. Whatever water we drink, whatever water we use for cooking, what we have to do, we have to keep it very safe, we have to keep it very clean. Unless we keep it safe and clean and we boil it, it should be stored in clean and covered containers. They will develop a lot of uh, germs in it. Boil milk to kill the germs, preventing it. So to prevent the uh, usage of raw milk is also better. We have to boil the milk before we use it. Use covered dustbins to prevent the breeding of the flies. Never dump garbage near your house. We should never dump the garbage near our house. Always keep your surroundings clean. Always keep your water and food covered. Never eat food exposed to dirt and flies as sold by the hawkers. Sometimes the food is sold outside also, and this food is not good for health. It will cause a lot of diseases because the food exposed outside without any cover, the germs will sit on that, the germs will grow in that, which will cause lot many diseases to a healthy person. All cases of infectious diseases should be informed to the health officer so that he or she may take the necessary precautions to check the further spreading of the diseases. In your area, there will be one panchayat officer, health officer, or the municipality health officer who will be taking care of the health of the people in that particular area. If you are living in, for example, in one particular place in your city, or in your town, there will be one government person in charge for your health. So what you have to do, if you find some puddles in your area, if you find some exposed areas where you have find lot of mosquitoes breeding in, you can report to that person and ask him to take care of the cleanliness. So nowadays you find the smoking vans of the MCH coming and cleaning the towns and cities wherever there are so many mosquitoes in and around. So the prevention will be the responsibility of the government bodies. Now, how do we prevent the malaria? Because while learning about the diseases caused by protozoa, we have understood about the malaria disease which is caused by the female Anopheles mosquito. So the prevention of malaria, how is it possible? You have learned that malaria is spread through mosquitoes. To prevent malaria, we should follow the following methods. What are the methods? Let's read them. Do not allow water to stand near your home. This will prevent the breeding of the mosquitoes. Spray a thin film of oil on ponds to prevent breeding of mosquitoes. Use mosquito repellent and sprays around your house to kill mosquitoes. Sleep under a mosquito net. So we all must be doing this because we all know how to take care of our health, right? But sometimes even if one day we fail to do this, some or mosquitoes will bite and they will be disease causing protozoa in them, and they will cause the disease malaria in the person. So we should be very careful while sleeping. We should always maintain the mosquito nets and use the mosquito repellents and then sprays to kill the mosquitoes. Preventing the spread of germs from a sick person to a healthy person. So this is another important aspect that we want to prevent the diseases from spreading from one person to the other person. How is it possible? The patient should be kept in a separate room. The clothes and other things of the patient should be kept separate. These should be disinfected by boiling in water or a disinfectant. Keep the room of the patient clean. The patient should be made to vomit or spit in a separate bowl or in the toilet. Children suffering from diseases should not be allowed to go to the school unless they have fully recovered. So this is something very important to prevent the spread of the diseases. So now at the time of the pandemic also, if anyone is suffering from the disease, they are kept separately. The things used by them are disinfected and we keep distance and we see that the disease is not spread from the person to person. Increasing resistance against disease causing germs. This is one more way of preventing the diseases. What do we do when a newborn baby is there? In every month, he will get some vaccination done. What is this vaccination? The vaccination will be preventing the dangerous diseases to be occurring to the child, like typhoid, diphtheria, cholera, tetanus, polio, measles, mumps, meningitis. So all these are very, very horrified and terrible diseases. If they attack the children, small children, their growth is infected and affected, and they will be having some kind of disability in the life. So to prevent all this, what will the doctors do? And the parents will take them to the doctor to give the vaccination when the baby is very small. So from months to months, they will have a vaccination chart. So you all must have had the vaccination from time to time. So check your parents, what all vaccinations you had, and I want you to make a list and big chart paper your vaccination as an activity. So resistance against diseases can be developed by taking vaccination. This protects us by acquiring immunity against certain diseases. Children are vaccinated as a protection against diseases such as diphtheria, cholera, typhoid, tetanus, polio, measles, mumps, meningitis. This is done at health centers. The following table shows the age at which the vaccination is done for different diseases. So when you look at the chart in page number 134, I want you all to prepare a chart like this, your health immunity chart. You all have to prepare a chart like this when you are given this particular vaccination. So when you look at the chart, at birth you will be given BCG and to prevent the tuberculosis. Between 6 months and 9 months, you will be given DPT to prevent the diphtheria, whooping cough and the tetanus. Between 9 months and 1 year, a baby is given measles vaccine to prevent the measles. 16 months to 2 years, DPT and polio booster is done to avoid polio. 5 to 6 years, typhoid 2 doses are given to avoid typhoid. 10 years, tetanus toxoid to avoid the tetanus disease. So these are the important vaccinations that every person should undergo. So I want you to check with your parent whether you are given all the vaccinations correctly or not. So maintain your own vaccination chart and you make it as an activity in the chart paper. Now, how do we prevent the community by sanitation? That is the next topic. The garbage thrown in the open space is the main source of breeding for house flies and mosquitoes. Some people, what they do, they keep the house clean and they throw all the dust out of the house. So out of the house, when they're throwing the dust, what happens? All the mosquitoes and the fleas will come and breed on that. That will spread to others' house also, which is very dangerous. So we have to do the community cleaning also. So to prevent communicable diseases, the breeding and multiplication of these insects should be checked. This can be done by keeping our houses and surroundings clean. There should be proper disposal of garbage and sewage. The proper disposal of garbage inside and outside our house is called sanitation. This is essential for the health of community. What is it essential? It is essential for the health of the community. Now, we know what are the diseases that occur. We know what are the germs that that cause the diseases. We also know the preventive measures and the community preventive measures also, and the personal preventive measures also. So now, since we studied all this, it is our responsibility to prevent ourselves and people around us not to get these diseases, right? So now let's read the points to remember. The diseases which can be passed from one person to other person are called communicable diseases. Diseases which cannot be passed from one person to another person are called non-communicable diseases. Communicable diseases are caused by germs. The germs causing diseases are the following: bacteria, viruses, protozoa. The communicable diseases spread through direct contact, air infected food and water, insect bites, and through carriers. The communicable diseases can be prevented by preventing the breeding of germs, preventing spread of germs from a sick person to a healthy person, and vaccination. Vaccination develops resistance to prevent diseases. We should keep our houses and surroundings clean by community health. So, you read the lesson 2 3 times, then you will understand the important pointers. In page number 135 and page number 136, and you have all the textbook exercises which you have to do without fail. Now, uh, after reading the lesson for 2 3 times, you have to complete the textbook exercises, and then you will start writing the new words that I'm giving now on the board, and then you have to start writing the question and answers from the textbook. So the question and answers from the printed notes you have to write 2 times. And the activities that I have given you are from figure 2.1, different kinds of bacteria, and one immunity chart that you have to do without fail, and also prevention of the communicable diseases. This also you have to put it on the chart paper, which will give you a basic idea of prevention of the communicable diseases. Now, let's write the new words of the lesson. So, I will be writing the new words on the board. You just have to copy them. So, this is from the write down the heading of the lesson: communicable diseases and community sanitation. You have to first write the heading of the lesson. After writing the heading, you will start writing the new words. Deficiency. Deficiency. Communicable. Infectious. Diseases. Bacteria. Viruses. So, what are the new words that we are writing? Deficiency, communicable, infectious, diseases, bacteria, and viruses. Now, The next set of words so how do they spread? That is number 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'll write 5 words. SPREADING, spreading. Protozoa, viruses, infected, fleas, carriers, spreading, protozoa, viruses, infected, fleas, carriers. When you want to copy the words, you have to stop the video and then copy the words. So the next one is prevention. We learned about the prevention also. Prevention, prevention. Sunlight is a disinfectant of the diseases. Breeding can be stopped by exposing them to the sunlight. MALARIA, malaria. RESISTANCE, resistance. VACCINATION, vaccination. Prevention, sunlight, breeding, malaria, resistance, vaccination. So all these are important words you have to write. Community, sanitation. That's all. So after writing all these 20 words, you have to write the Q&A 2 times. And you have to do the activities on chart. This is very, very important. Since you are in grade 5, all the lessons and the activities that you are supposed to do are very, very important for you since you are in grade 5. So as we are increasing the lessons, you will come to know new vocabulary which is very important for you. So I want you to learn all the spellings without fail. That's all for today's lesson. part 2, lesson number 2, and do your work very neatly with neat handwriting. Thank you. Have a good day.